So here we got CBC fake news. Come over to our neighborhood when a bot. We'll take a look at it. It really pisses me off. I made a video about it.
Stop the sweep!
Number one, that's a big lie. There has not been a sweep since the summer. So what this guy's yelling is fake news, okay? No sweeps. You know how we know when someone dies in a tent? We smell them, okay? You're a liar.
Stop the sweep! Stop the sweep! Stop the sweep!
A clear message. Residents living in tents and structures on the sidewalks of the downtown.
You don't want to live in an SOR? Go in front of the building you want to live in. Get away from the SORs. You know those people are suffering and you make them so much worse. You never mention the smell of poop and pee, do you? Or rotting flesh, CBC. You never mention how we suffer. I mean, these people need, a lot of them, the majority of them, and to be housed in a mental institution for at least 9 months so they can fit in with society. This is nothing but a death camp. And you're part of it, CBC.
Town East Side say they're not going anywhere without adequate housing alternatives. This comes after Vancouver city staff enforced a bylaw yesterday.
Oh, believe me, I know I live in a concentration camp where we're all heard it too, and I have already said it's not going anywhere. It's just that this is so fake. Stop the sweeps. What? Not one of those people will take them to their backyard. Take them to your backyard. None of these poverty pimps, government-paid poverty pimps, will take them to their backyard. They don't want them in their backyard. Hell, Sarah doesn't even want them by her door in her office across the street from my window.
Which prohibits the accumulation of structures and personal belongings on sidewalks.
We'll leave to go to the store or something.
We'll leave to go to the store and it'll be gone. That's a lie. Okay, Jason? You've took too much drugs. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not been happening. You guys had warnings. How dare you pee on my street? How dare I have to inhale your hard drugs? How dare you turn our neighborhood into a concentration camp, complete with tents and shit shows? You haven't brought anything good to the table. None of you guys have. Except for the guns. I do support guns on the street because I want one. We need one with you guys on the street.
They'll march in and grab all my, throw it away.
Residents call them street sweeps, adding that often their possessions
So
are
they're
never
taking
returned.
garbage
But the
now.
city says it isn't legal.
How many tons of garbage goes into the landfill here? And what I just saw was garbage being picked up off the street. Boy, you guys are just evil. Just evil. You lie even better than the fucking prime pooper. I hope I can make it through this. Let's try again.
Leaving people out in the cold, saying in a statement that when individuals are required to remove their structures and have indicated that they do not have other housing, they are being offered access to shelter spaces or available SRO rooms. But that hasn't been the experience of many of the people here.
They want us to leave the street, quit camping on the streets and stuff like that, but they don't really give us anywhere to go.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. You're a liar. You came here to our streets. You made our summer hideous. You made us all qualify for euthanization. And you won't go into an SR. Fuck you. And anyone like you. I've suffered in homeless shelters with you fuckers, and it was a nightmare. You shut up and get your ass into a homeless shelter. Put your stuff in the fucking... You want to save it? In storage, like I had to, like all of us had to. You're a new breed, and you're hideous people. You're not nice. You living on our street is not a nice thing to do.
And the housing that is available, they say, is part of the problem.
The SROs are unlivable.
Okay, you know what? You're unlivable on the streets. You don't even have a flushing toilet. You brought 1500th century toilet back and it stinks. You make us sick with gastro problems. The elderly people, you don't give a fuck.
Oh, they are disgusting. They have bugs.
Shut up. We get bugs from you in our building and you're in our street and you make our apartments even dirtier and filthier. Shut up.
Mice, rats.
You have bugs and mice and rats on the street, you dumbass.
Bed bugs. This is...
Who told you to say that, Sarah? Because we have bed bugs and everything in our building. And we have you on our street and we get more rats and stuff.
Why people would rather live out on
Yeah,
There's reports of broken elevators and limited
Street
access
people.
to hot water, among other things, they say.
When you evict people from the...
there is a poverty pimp. Okay? These people need a mental hospital. You never, ever, ever mention that they're not surviving. And the street, putting Canadians in tents. You can house 90,000 fucking Ukrainians. Why don't you bring that up?
Only shelter they have, however inadequate.
Oh, you know what, Pivot? That's your fault for not fucking going on the government's ass. You're a horrible person. You are either rich to middle class. You have no street poopers in your fucking yard. In your fucking yard, you made us suffer.
However unsafe. But when you evict them to nowhere or to situations that are less safe, and that includes...
Oh, Anna, you made everybody unsafe. You're a hideous fucking human. You're fucking hideous. You are making Canadian standards go down. And you're hideous. You're evil. And you know you're evil. Who's paying you? George Soros?
Shelters or housing where...
Who's funding you guys? Because you're too fucking cheap as a lawyer. Who's fucking funding you?
people could be harmed. You are violating...
Okay, you know what? I've had to inhale coming in the door. My rights have been harmed. I've been harmed coming in the door. I've been robbed, you bitch.
your charter right.
Yes.
Excuse me, I forgot. You're a fucking vagina.
Yesterday, city staff were accompanied by VPD
These are fabulous
officers.
people.
The department says its officers are on standby to keep the peace at the request of the city.
Can be quite volatile and tense as the city crews.
It isn't unless you bring Sarah. So they bring Sarah and the poverty pimps, and then it's intense. It's when you get the government paid peoples involved to keep Canadians down. Yeah, it's more intense.
Move about the neighborhood and interact with people. There have been incidents in the past that have resulted in violence.
The city says staff are in the area.
Oh, you trash news never mentioned Sarah. Sarah the provoker. You never mentioned that. Who is funding Pivot to keep Canadians intense? Why the hell is this going on? You never mentioned the suffering of us.
Daily, cleaning and attempting to enforce.
How about 127,000 for that talking head that's talking about bugs and rats, and we got them in our buildings? Why are they on our street bringing more bugs in our fucking buildings, more rats and more everything, more danger to the neighborhood? And they complain. Oh, and now I know I'm in a concentration camp. It isn't without a doubt that I have been herded to a fucking concentration camp. Tell me to move. I don't have. Where do I move? Where do I move?
The bylaw. But what will it actually
Oh, by the way, I'm not healthy. Very hard to look for a place when you're not healthy.
take to remove tents and structures from the sidewalks? These residents
I haven't gotten over the summer. Didn't get my health back from the summer. I might not.
say the answer is simple.
We need dignified housing for everybody.
Yeah, but buddy, you're standing up for living and pooping in the street and peeing in the street. Give me a break. There's nothing dignified about it, and you made us all suffer.
Joel Ballard, CBC News, Vancouver.
Trash news.
How bad